Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to my today's video. In today's video, I'm going to show you how did I create this effect. And this is a good outro effect, if you're making a trailer or if you're making a product introduction into a market and you're making a small trailer onto the product. And or say if you are working on a video and you want a good outro and an impact version of the outro, like thank you for watching, or continue watching the second part, or to be continued in the second part, or something like that. Or if you are creating a trailer, so it's like coming soon, a product shot will be buy now, or in your near stores, or something like that. So this is a good for outros because the text in this title scene is only 1 second long. So it's mainly like your audiences have watched the full video and then they will be expecting something like this, and they'll watch this 1 second shot also, because if there's like something, if you use this for an intro, so it won't have that proper effect, because in an intro we need to give the audiences some time to to read the text, because they are like watching the video and they're starting to watch the video, so they need to be in the field. They're supposed to, your video is supposed to be having their attention. So at that time, in an intro, you always make the text go a little longer, but in an outro the text is supposed to be a little shorter. Okay, anyways, so this is the effect we're going to be we're going to be creating in After Effects. So the first step is going to be creating a new composition, and I already have done that. Now create a new solid, so Control Y, and you can name the solid BG or whatever you want to. Make sure it's a comp size, and I'm going to be working with black. Now that intro title or the outro title what I showed you was actually a very impacted, it has that impact. So I would suggest you to be working with black, because any other color like gray or white won't have that kind of a feel. So if you want to, then you can work with any other color you want, but a black is always a good option to work with those kind of text. Okay, so click OK, and you have a solid. Now the next step is adding your text. Control Shift Alt T, and you'll see the text comes in. I'm gonna say tutorials, and right now I'm working with Bank Gothic MDBT text. It's a very good text, and it's freely available on different websites if you just do a Google search. Now I want to select my text. I'm going to center it by going to align. I'm just going to center my text. That's good. Now what you want to do is you want to set the font properly. So I'm going to be working with 75, because it's a very long word. We are going to make the text 3D. And yeah, one thing, people, whenever you're trying to work with or you're trying to create these kind of title intros, always remember one thing: you want to duplicate your text after applying everything. So say after you have applied the animation, you have applied the effects, you have synchronized the video and the audio with the sound, everything has been completed. Only then you would want to duplicate your text. So don't go on duplicating right now, because we haven't done anything. We don't have the animation, we don't have any kind of effects applied. So right now it's not the good time for duplicating. So we'll be working on the animation first. Make it a 3D layer, then select the layer, hit the P key on the keyboard, start your animation, and the last value, the Z value, should be a very big number. So minus 1800 or 1700 maybe. I think this one, actually no, 1700 won't do. 1800 minus. Okay, so this is good. Then hit the shift page down, and you'll see that your CTI jumps 10 frames. Then the Z value, change it back to 0. So it is like you have this effect, and that's pretty good for me, I think. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to add some kerning, and what that is actually is like this. You twirl your layer down, and just beside the text parameters, you're going to be having this option, animate. Click on the arrow and go to tracking, or actually I'm sorry, I said kerning, it's actually tracking. And what we're going to be doing right now is going over here, going at the very first frame, starting the tracking amount from 0, and we'll move, say, somewhere like 1 second, and then we'll set it at a very small rate, say somewhere like 5. So what happens is it has, and it's kind of like moving like that. It's just a very subtle effect, and I like to apply it sometimes, so it's there. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to create a new camera, new camera, and I'm going to be working with 35 millimeters. You can name the camera if you want to. I'm just going to leave it at camera 1. Hit the P key, and I'm pretty sure I've shown this in my fractal fade effect, but once again I'm going to show it to you. So position keyframe would end in time, at the very last frame. Over here, I'm going to increase it a little, so it's like the camera is coming closer to the text. That makes it like that the text is getting a little bigger. So we have this effect over here. That is pretty good. Tutorials. Then what we want to do is we want to apply some effects to our text. So go to effects and presets, and you want to apply this effect, CC light. And actually there are two versions. There are two good effects in this category. In my metal shine text flybys, if you remember this one, this should ring some memory. Okay, so in this title scene, I have actually used this effect, CC light rays. So for creating these kind of light rays effect, you can see this the shadows. So it looks like the light source is behind the text, and it is giving out these shadows and rays. So if you want something like this, then the CC light rays is a good option. But in my outro, you'll see that there are no rays, but there is a little light in the center of my text. So if you want that kind of an effect, so CC light sweep. So we'll take the, depending on what you're doing, which effect you want to apply, select it, drag it and drop it onto the text layer. I'm going to be working with CC light sweep. And as soon as you do that, you'll see that that on your text you get this little gleam right at the center. Now as soon as you select the effect, if you go to effects and effects controls panel and you select the effect, you'll see the center point of the effect. You can take it and you can bring it right in the center of the video of the text. Now remember, in this effect you have to bring the slide sweep effect in the center of the text. You don't want it to be at the very start, you don't want it to be at the very end either. Somewhere in the center or somewhere on the left hand side, so it's somewhere over here. Then we would like to animate it. So take the center and move, actually select the text layer, hit the U key to reveal, and here is the effect, CC light sweep center. Bring it over here, so it's like this. Move ahead in time, and we will change this center on the y-axis over here. So we have this effect. If we ramp preview it, tutorials. Okay, so that is looking good. Now once again, we would like to duplicate our text after we have completed all the different kind of effects and styles. Now the text and the animation is looking good, but we would like to apply some layer styles to it. So do a right click, select your text layer, do a right click, go to layer styles, and then you can choose drop shadow, but right now you cannot see because we are on the black background, so that won't do. I'm going to press Ctrl Z, do a right click, but I would want to apply this effect or this layer style, bevel and emboss. That adds a little 3D dimension to the text and it really looks good. Let's try and preview it. Tutorials. Okay, so now we have completed our animation. All we now need to do is we need to just duplicate our text, and we need to trim the text. So what you can do is select the text, press Ctrl D on your keyboard. I'll actually press Ctrl Z right now, I'm sorry. First you want to do is you want to trim out your text. So so it's a little easier to work with, different layers. Now press Ctrl D, and we'll have a proper small text. You can see this. And tutorials for duplicate this for also one more time. Go to head in time, graphics. Okay, I'm gonna change this cornering option from metric to optical. Okay, this looks good. So now if we ramp preview it, you'll see we have this effect. Tutorials for graphics. Okay, it is looking good. but we can make it a little better by adding some motion blur. And so what we want to do is select our 3 text layers, and in this option over here, motion blur, it looks like a lot of circles. Select that and enable motion blur for the whole composition, and now you'll see, wait a sec, you can see this effect, and without the motion blur it looks something like this. So it has a very big difference, and let's play it and we'll see the different effects. Tutorials, okay, now let's play it. Tutorials for, okay, so we have this little black in the middle, and actually I purposely left that space. Let's see how do you counter that, just in case if you make some mistakes when you're working with these. So hit the select a layer, hit the U key, and at the last reframe you'll see that your next layer should be over here, but is not. Select this, hit the U key, and bring the next layer very close to this. Now let's ramp preview it. Okay. Tutorials for graphics. It is looking good. Now if you were to if you have the sound effects, I have it, so I'm going to use it. Wait, which one did I use over here? Explosive impact. Okay, I have it. If you can find these sound effects, if you can just go and look up on Google, maybe you can come across some sites that give these sound effects for free. I had to buy these, so I have some good ones. You can just search for them. Select and when you're working with audio in After Effects, it can be a little tough, but here's how you can make it easy. Select the audio or the audio layer, press LL 2 times. That will reveal the waveforms, and that will help you understand the effect a little better. So now we'll duplicate the layer and we will move it over here. Duplicate it once again by pressing Ctrl D. And awesome. Now let's play it. This looks good. And oh yeah, and oh my god, I'm so sorry guys, I almost forgot. In this effect I have actually created, as you can see, a little camera shake. Oh my god, I'm so sorry guys, I almost forgot. But don't worry, we can still do that. I'll just shy out a few layers. Wait a sec, for creating some room. Okay, so we have some room, and it's actually very easy guys, don't worry. Do a right click, go to new, and you want to create a new null object. Actually I was wondering that there is something missing in this tutorial. I'm so sorry. But anyways, you can still create this. We can still create the camera shake. Now we have created the new null object. You can rename it and call it cam control, because this is the thing that's going to control as in we're going to be parenting the camera to our camera control. And it's actually very easy. Okay, so select the camera layer, take the pick whip from the parent panel and select it or point it out to camera control. Now what you want to do is select the null object, hit the P key on the keyboard for position, hold on your Alt key, because we're going to be needing a little expressions over here. And it's actually very easy. Okay, so hold on the Alt key and click on the stopwatch, and you'll see that your values right now turn red. And now you can just type in wiggle shift 9, so you can have the bracket, then add 10, 10 and close bracket. Now you'll see, and we have to make this 3D object too. Okay, so now you'll see it applies. So you can see that our text is a little shaky now, and this just adds like a little dynamics or a little motion to our text. Now you can increase the amount by going over here, hit the U key for revealing the expression, and you can increase the amount if you want from 10 to maybe 20, or you want to have 20 on both the sides. It's actually very easy to create these kind of text, and they really make a good outro or a good intro. So a real, powerful impact making text. So these are really good. And yeah, once again, I wanted to show you this thing. In my metal shine, or in my intro text, I've used these light rays. So just want to quickly show you how can you use those, just in case if some of you are wondering and you really want a tutorial on it. So don't worry. Go to effects and presets. I'm gonna remove my light sweep. I'll go to my effects and presets, type in CC light, take my light rays, drop it onto welcome. And once again, this is also very easy. You can see this. We have a center point for our text, for our effect. You just want to once again bring it somewhere in the center of the text, and we want to animate the center to over here. You want to move it somewhere like this. So now, and you can of course play with the intensity also. So you can see that the shadows are getting more powerful. Now if I was to ramp review it, almost there, guys. Okay, so it's a little weird right now, but I'm pretty sure you'll figure that out. Okay, so that's how you can use CC light rays. And once again, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you liked it. Hope you learned something. Please show me some support by liking my Facebook page. The link is gonna be in the description. And I'll see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching this video.